What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the endlessly edgy Dr. Disaster. And one of the worst things that fans of video game franchises have had to consistently endure over the past several years has been piss-poor adaptations of material they love being shown on TV. It's extremely jarring to get excited for a TV show featuring a favorite character and to then see something portrayed on Netflix or Prime that you don't even recognize.
What the hell is that?
As an example of this, the Devil May Cry Netflix adaptation transformed the franchise in fundamental ways that fans simply do not appreciate. Of course, you get consumers out there, like this person here, who will tell you to just shut up and enjoy it, don't ask questions, just consume product, and then get excited for next product. Castlevania is another example of this on Netflix, and of course Tomb Raider. Netflix had a Tomb Raider cartoon that came out a few months back, and that was a limp-wristed stinker where Croft looked suspiciously manly with that chin of hers.
That's a woman?
Anyhow, at least some of the suffering may be averted for Tomb Raider fans, as news has come out now that the Amazon Prime show that was planned for the franchise is looking as though it has been canceled. And for anyone who doesn't remember, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, this person here, she was the one who starred in the Disney Indiana Jones movie, basically becoming Indiana Jane and overshadowing Harrison Ford, even knocking Indy out with a single punch. Anyhow, it was reported right around the time that movie came out that Phoebe was going to be the one putting together this Amazon Prime Tomb Raider show, which, to a clueless executive at Amazon, probably seemed like a no-brainer. After all, she was in Indiana Jones, and that's all about grave robbing and tomb raiding, so that makes sense, right? Well, for everyone who actually likes Tomb Raider, we had a different reaction.
Oh no.
I don't know why people in gaming and film are so hell-bent on morphing the Tomb Raider franchise into something it isn't. The franchise is extremely popular with men and women, but anyhow, it sounds like now this show is being cancelled, and good riddance, because Phoebe Waller-Bridge is just another in a long line of people in the entertainment industry who are woefully plugged into the woke way of looking at things. It is just about a guarantee that this would have been an absolute car wreck. Alright, me hearties, make sure you hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also, please consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. Audiobook of a dark fantasy novel I've written will be available for members first very soon, and it will be available to purchase on Amazon soon. The thing is, I realize it's important that we not just complain about what we don't like, alternatives must be provided. So, I humbly ask that you consider becoming a member of the channel, the daily cost of which amounts to less than the cost of your morning cup of coffee. But anyhow, let's talk about this Tomb Raider show that appears to be dead in the water now. First of all, I am not at all surprised to hear that this thing is falling apart. I consider Phoebe Waller-Bridge to be an absolute hack. The UK show Fleabag is the lane that she belongs in, but Indiana Jones and her belief that her character in it was awesome proves that she is beyond her depths in geek spaces like this. She is the quintessential woke Hollywood weirdo who pushes the patriarchy narrative and would absolutely have filled her Tomb Raider show up with eye-rolling and cringy dialogue. As a big Indiana Jones fan, I am still pretty jaded at what they did to that franchise, and I want to see Phoebe Waller-Bridge fade back into obscurity, let her go back to making shows like Fleabag, and leave stuff like this, like Tomb Raider, to people who actually like the material it's being adapted from. But let's look at this news from this article from popculture.com. Tomb Raider TV show reportedly scrapped at Prime Video after repeated delays. Phoebe Waller-Bridge's Tomb Raider series is reportedly dead at Prime due to no approved scripts in 2 years and a variety of problems. Oh gee, who could have predicted that? How about anyone who watched Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and anybody who saw how proud of it Phoebe Waller-Bridge was? But anyhow, the article then says, it seems like Prime Video's long-awaited Tomb Raider series is no longer moving forward. Fleabag's Phoebe Waller-Bridge was announced to write the new series in January of 2023, but later that year, the show had struggled to find a showrunner, and unfortunately, that was just the beginning. According to Daily Mail, Waller-Bridge has long been working on the scripts and were deemed not ready to shoot. Sources claim the series is more or less dead, or at the very least, it won't be filming in early 2025, despite a Prime Video executive saying otherwise last year. It didn't help when Jennifer Salke, who had a hand in ordering the show and personally overseeing it, departed from her role as Amazon Studios head last week. And for anyone not familiar, Salke was kinda like the Amazon Prime version of Kathleen Kennedy. She was the one responsible for the likes of The Rings of Power. But anyhow, per a recent report from Puck, still, my favorite Salke move was giving Phoebe Waller-Bridge, the breakout creator of Fleabag, a $20 million a year overall deal in 2019. Sure, the TV business is littered with failures overall, but when Waller-Bridge generated nothing in 3 years, Salke renewed the deal. Now, 3 years after that renewal, she still has nothing to show for it. Tomb Raider, which Waller-Bridge has been working on and which Salke was personally overseeing after announcing a series pickup last May, has now gone through 2 writers' rooms and tens of millions of dollars in development costs. There's still no script. The article then goes on to say that either Phoebe has been too busy or she just doesn't have the right ideas for the script, and let me just say this, if she's too busy, it sure begs the question what in the bloody hell these people were paying her for. I know that Amazon has more money than they can spend, and that losing tens of millions of dollars for them is like you or I dropping a quarter on the sidewalk. You might bend down to pick it up, but chances are you just keep on walking. I get that. But still, you'd think they would demand something for their money. And if it ends up being the latter, if Phoebe Waller-Bridge just doesn't have the right ideas for the script, well, duh. We could have told you that from the outset. Unless you're looking for a rehash of all the insufferable garbage that the entertainment industry has been trying to peddle on people over the past several years, then yes, this woman certainly will have the wrong ideas for a Tomb Raider show. It's nice to know, though, there's only the Netflix show that we have to worry about butchering the Tomb Raider franchise moving forward. But I'm gonna leave it there. Drop your mockery of this now canceled show into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.